All right, big news coming in. The centre tells the Supreme Court that Delhi Ordinance will be tabled before the Parliament in this session. So SG argues that we don't know if it will remain as is currently once the matter goes before the Parliament. This is the Delhi Ordinance Dangal. Big developments coming in on the matter. As we see at the moment, the centre tells the Supreme Court the Delhi Ordinance will be tabled before the Parliament in this session itself. Anisha Mathur joining us on the phone line for more on that. Anisha, give us more on the SG arguing that we don't know if it will remain as it currently, the matter will go before the Parliament. Please explain to us exactly what's the information we have.
Well, Chati, right now the hearing is ongoing. The Supreme Court is not happy with the fact that the Delhi LG and the Chief Minister cannot have held this as a stalemate of sorts. In fact, the Chief Justice, just before the Chief Justice has said that constitutional functionaries should be able to sit together and work. There is a constitutionally mandated incorporated mechanism for resolution, and either you allow functions of governance in Delhi to run or you don't. You must rise above the political arena. This comment came even as the Supreme Court is asking the LG and the Chief Minister to sit down and agree on a name for a candidate for the DERC chairman, so the DERC can run. This even as the centre has said that they will be tabling the ordinance before the Parliament in the coming Parliament session that is starting on the 20th of July. The Solicitor General had informed the court that this ordinance is going to be tabled before the Parliament, and because they're not sure, they don't know what final form this ordinance will take once it goes through the Parliament. The Solicitor General had suggested that the matter be adjourned, but of course the Delhi government saying that the DERC cannot be left headless. There has to be a DERC chairman appointed, and on that point the Supreme Court has made it stand clear as far as both the LG and the Aam Aadmi Party government is concerned. It is wrapped, both sides saying that constitutional functionaries must be able to work together. The Constitution does not allow the Supreme Court to appoint someone to the DERC, otherwise the court would have done so already. It is being made very clear that the Supreme Court is extremely unhappy at the way things are going right now. And as we speak, the hearing is still ongoing. I will be bringing you updates of what is happening inside just a moment. Back to you.
All right, you know, if it does come to the Parliament at this point, the Aam Aadmi Party will need a majority votes, and it's managed to rope in the support of the Congress Party as well. Anisha, do you believe that this is going to in any way put an end to this ordinance attempt by the centre?
Well, see, these are two different points that you've raised, Jyoti. One, of course, being the question
Anisha,
of
Nabila
what happens in the Parliament. Can you? I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry, Nabila. What I was saying was these are two separate issues. One, of course, what is happening in the Parliament, and the second, the fact that the Supreme Court is basically telling both the LG and the Delhi Chief Minister to get their acts together and ensure that governance in Delhi continues. Of course, with the Parliament session starting on the 20th, we're also expecting the opposition parties meeting today itself in Bengaluru, and we are seeing that the opposition parties are trying to get together on this issue. The Aam Aadmi Party has been pushing for support from the other opposition parties to oppose the ordinance as it currently stands. So, of course, it is going to be a very, very important political point to see how the debate in the Parliament goes with regard to this particular ordinance. But even more important right now is the fact that even the Supreme Court is calling out effectively, they're calling out the LG and the Chief Minister, saying that these constitutional functionaries should be able to work together. They should be able to sit together and resolve the name of a candidate for the DERC, because an important authority like the DERC cannot be left headless. Of course, in Parliament, once the matter comes before the Parliament, it will be very, very crucial to see how the numbers work out. Today, the opposition meeting is going to the opposition meeting that is going to happen is going to be very, very crucial to see how this entire the numbers game works out. The Aam Aadmi Party has been given from what we know, the Aam Aadmi Party has been assured that some cooperation on this issue will be given, which is why the Aam Aadmi Party representatives are going to attend this particular opposition party meeting that has already been reported in the media, with statements coming in from both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. But very clearly, with these, this is going to be a very, very important issue in the coming days once the Parliament session begins. But even right now, as we speak, the Chief Justice of India, Senior Advocate Harish Salve, who's appearing for the LG, the Solicitor General, who's appearing for the central government, and Senior Advocate and Congress leader Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who's appearing for the Aam Aadmi Party government, are hashing it out about what will happen to Delhi and Delhi's governance in the meantime till the matter is resolved by the Parliament. Back to you.
You know, as the matter is being discussed in court, we believe, Anisha, that the centre says that in this session of the Parliament, they will be introducing the bill. And while that said, you have the CJI claiming or saying that MPs and Babus should be able to work together, that the Delhi government should rise above politics and work. Could you elaborate for us?
Well, Nabila, if you can hear me, the Supreme Court has directed the LG and the Chief Minister to sit together and work out the names of a candidate for the DERC. That is what they've said. This is what the expectation is. They can include the Delhi High Court Chief Justice if they so want, because the court is very clearly saying that whatever the political issue is, sort it out, rise above politics, and ensure that governance is not hampered. This is something very, very important coming in from the court. The matter relating to the DERC chief's appointment has now been adjourned for Thursday before the Supreme Court. But as far as this issue itself, the ordinance itself is concerned, the Parliament session is going to be very, very important to see whether the Aam Aadmi Party and the other opposition parties can get together, what kind of pressure they're able to exert. Because the Supreme Court has been informed today by the Solicitor General that the ordinance will be tabled before the Parliament in the upcoming session. So effectively, Nabila, we have to see this from two perspectives. One, of course, is the politics of it all. The tussle between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP about governance in Delhi, what the elected government of Delhi can do or cannot do, what the powers of the LG would be, how the numbers will work out in Parliament when it comes to the opposition parties versus the ruling BJP. But the other perspective is from that of Delhi's citizens, because it is ultimately Delhi's governance that is getting affected as long as the LG and the Chief Minister cannot see eye to eye.
Anisha, thank you very much. As we know, the Supreme Court is now hearing the Delhi Ordinance issue, and we believe the CJI, Chief Justice of India, as it proceeds now, the discussion says Delhi government must rise above politics and work.